YouTube, what it do? It's your boy Reggie with the light. Welcome to another episode of Narrowminded, where I come to give you inspiration, motivation, encouragement, empowerment, and a whole bunch of light. And I also talk about topics and subjects that are important to me. And today I want to shine light on the war that is going on in Israel at this current moment. And before we get started, I just want to let you know, please excuse my voice. These allergies is hitting me with the Mike Tyson uppercut right now as we speak. I mean, it's serious right now. You know what I'm saying? But I can't tell nobody because y'all might have me on the contact tracing. Y'all might report me for contract tracing. Yeah, your boy Reggie with the light. He was sniffling. I think y'all need to go holler at him. Go knock on this door and give him that shot in the arm. You know what I'm saying? But nah, for real. But anyway, welcome to another episode of Narrowminded. Excuse my voice. Like I said, the allergies is kicking my butt right now. But today I want to talk about the war that's going on in Israel, the war that's currently going on in Israel. And the reason why I want to talk about this is because, throughout human history, there have been many wars that have shaped our way of living as we speak right now. And a lot of these wars were religious-based wars. And that's kind of ironic that a lot of these wars, especially during the earlier ages and the earlier times of this world developing into what it is today, it was a lot of religious wars. And the funny thing about religious wars is it's hard for me to believe that God, the Most High, universe, to the Christians, Jesus Christ, or, to the Muslims, Allah, whatever you want to call God, you know what I'm saying? Whoever's your God. It's hard for me to believe that God, the creator of all that we see, even us, would want us to go to war over territory, over materials, over natural resources. Now, this planet, this world, this universe, our existence had nothing to do with us. This planet that we live in has nothing to do with us. None of us can trace back and say who actually created this world, who created this planet, none of us really know. None of us really know. We have an idea, we have studies, we have, archaeologists, we have, they study Egypt, Kemet, whatever. You know what I'm saying? We study bones, we study, things that give us a clue, but we don't know. And we will not know until our souls leave this avatar that we're currently a tenant of, I guess you could say, that we're currently occupying. We won't know until our souls leave this avatar that we're currently, occupying. We won't know. But the thing is, if you have common sense, you would know that this world is meant for all of us to share. Whether you're white, whether you're black, whether you're green, whether you're brown, whether you're red, you know what I'm saying? Whether you're a Democrat, whether you're a Republican, whether you're African, whether you're from Europe. This world was meant for all of us to share. None of us created this world, so none of us have the right to say, this is my country, this is my land, this is the border around my country, this is the border around my land, I own this land, I own this dirt right here. that was created, that was here before I even got here, and that's going to be here long after I'm gone, is mine. None of us can truly say that because it's not ours. And that's why we're so, our third eye is closed, because the powers that be have tricked us into believing that we own this land, or we own the territories that they that they give us, or that we pay for, that we work hard for, right? And especially in America, in America, it's a trick, because you will never own your land. You will never own your home. I don't give a damn if you pay it off. Guess what you got to pay after you pay off your home? Taxes, annual property tax on your fucking home. Okay? So it's never going to be your home. You could pay off the home. You could have paid off your home for 25 years, and on the 26th year, you didn't have the money to pay for the property tax, because they start building all these high rises, and start bringing building all of these, they built up the area, so the property tax rose, and now you can't afford your taxes on the home that you paid off 25 years ago. So the 26th year, the government is allowed to take your home because you can't afford to pay the property tax. So it's never really, you never own anything. We're only here for a short period of time anyway. So you don't own anything. That's the first thing that I want to, talk about, is we really think that we own something. We don't own anything. It's an illusion. It's all an illusion. And I know God is looking down upon us like, you idiots, because I'm not going to judge, but the guy got to be like, you guys are idiots. Everything that you do to each other is going to affect everyone. No one everyone is connected in this world. It's nothing that one person can do in this world that doesn't affect the entire, the 8 billion or 9 billion people that occupy this planet, or the animals, or the wildlife, or the trees, or everything you do affects somebody else. So, us having this selfish mentality, us having this my and I and this and that mentality works against us. And that's why we will continue to be stuck and trapped in this 3-dimensional world, because we don't get it yet. We are out here shedding blood, killing people, killing each other over land that belongs to all of us, that was given to us to enjoy, to live off of. You got the passports. You can't go into this country unless you got a passport. If you don't, you got to become a citizen. How the hell I got to become a citizen in a country that's on a piece of land that you did not create? You see how stupid that sounds? And we sit here and we spend billions and trillions of dollars creating these missiles and these bombs and these weapons of mass destruction, just to kill a fellow human being because of our ego. Because that's my land. This is my land. And this is not your land. Because one day you're going to die, and this land is going to be occupied by whoever else comes after you. So, but let's talk about this war that's currently going on in Israel, right? And pretty much what's going on is, this started back in World War I and World War II. When the Jews, the so-called Jews, were given Israel as their land after World War II. They were given Israel as their land, the so-called Jews. Now, before they were given Israel, there were already people occupying Israel. There was already people living in Israel who have been occupying that land for centuries upon centuries. Palestinians, right? But no, the powers that be said, we're going to take these Jews that were in Germany, we're going to place them in Israel, we're going to call them the Jews. And we're going to say this is their land, and we're going to give them weapons of mass destruction. We're going to help them with their military to protect them, to give them the power to remove the native people of that land, move them out the way, and we're going to establish a whole new government. I mean, come on, man. Just like the United States did in America. And just like the Europeans did to the lands all over this world, right? So, so let's get to it. First, let me tell you this. The United States of America has approved $735 million worth of precision-guided missiles to Israel. So our government has approved $735 million worth of weapons of mass destruction to Israel. Now, why would they do that? Why would United States? What is there? Why do they have a fight in the? Why do they have a dog in the fight? Why are they on the side of Israel? You have to stop and ask yourself these questions sometimes. Why is the United States on the side of Israel? Why? Like, come on, people, open your eyes, right? So first of all, the United States has approved $735 million worth of precision-guided missiles to Israel, right? The Democrats want Joe Biden to take a stronger stand with Israel in protecting them from the Palestinians, right? The report is the tension exploded last week after the Israeli police wounded hundreds of Palestinians during a protest, right? The Palestinians, the people that occupied that land before that land was given to the Jews that was in Germany, before World War I and World War II. The police are pretty much discriminating against them because they're trying to fight to get the land that they occupied back, right? So, the Israeli police wounded hundreds of Palestinians during a protest. That's what sparked this whole thing, right? The Israeli police stormed through a mosque called Al-Aqsa. I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's spelled Al-Aqsa. It's a mosque, and it's the third holiest site in Islam. So this is the third holiest site of Islam, and the Israeli police stormed these holy temples, right? So, like I said, I don't know. It's funny how Christian ran countries never have a problem with the United States of America. But for some reason, if you believe in Islam and if you're an Islamic state or if you're an Islamic country, for some reason you have America has a major problem with you. America has a major problem with you. They're gonna say it was weapons of mass destruction. They're gonna say you was a terrorist to your own people. They're gonna say they had to come in and do this and do that. They're gonna continue to bother you, to fuck with you, to try to destroy your country and destroy everything, destroy how you got shit running just because you're not a Christian state or a Christian country, right? You don't abide or follow their religion. And it's funny because how can you put religion, which is, a dogma for, God or whatever, how can you put God and war in the same sentence? I know the Bible talks about wars and things like that, but come on, why would God want his children to kill each other over land that he made for his children? That don't make sense to me. To me, it seems like somebody is using God and using religion to manifest their domination on this planet Earth and to say, well, God, this is what God want me to do. Christian crusades. I mean, y'all do the research on Christian crusades. But, moving forward, what else? What else they say? So the police stormed the third holiest mosque in Islam. After that is when I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's spelled Humas, humus or whatever, began firing rockets towards Jerusalem. And once they did that, that triggered an Israeli assault on Gaza that killed 213 Palestinians. Right? The Israeli government has shut down 90% of the Palestinian businesses due to airstrikes. Palestinians also are upset of the Jews threatening to evict the Palestinian settlers from their homes. The U.S. has denied. So the Palestinians also are upset because the Jews are threatening to evict the Palestinian settlers from their homes. The U.S. has denied a UN request for ceasefire. So the UN, the United Nations, requested a ceasefire, but the United States said no, there will be no ceasefire. Why is that? Every other, country in the UN wanted to cease fire, but the United States said no. Why is that? Why is that? So, obviously, the United States has a dog in the fight. And no one knows why. No one knows why the United States is protecting Israel as hard as they do. Like, Israel might as well be a part of the United States at this point. The United States will do anything to keep out the natural inhabitants that belong in Israel, that was there in Israel before these Jews migrated from Germany and was given a land that was not theirs in the first place. So now these people are fighting back. They're fighting back. They're tired of the discrimination. Just like the apartheid in Africa, when the Europeans went to South Africa and took over South Africa like it was just theirs. And the same thing that's going on here. The same thing that happened in the United States. The same thing that happened to black and brown countries all over the world, from European countries, from Caucasian countries. It's the same fucking thing. And I don't understand how us as United States citizens don't see this shit. We're over here enjoying our technology, our iPhones and our smart TVs and our 9-to-5 jobs, and we're just raising our children and raising our family. We don't give a damn what's going on in the world. We don't give a damn that 213 people have died because their land has been taken from them. We don't give a damn. We don't even care that our government is partaking in stripping land from the natural inhabitants in Israel. We don't give a damn. As long as we're okay over here. But let me tell you something. Karma, people. Karma. No one can dodge karma. And as long as we continue to turn a blind eye to what our government and the powers that be are doing all over the world to black and brown countries, like this world will never get better. First of all, any country, any people, any race that's fighting over land that they did not create. You did not create the world. You did not create the earth. You did not create the skies. You did not create the water. You did not create the grass. You did not create these animals. You did not create the food. You did not create shit on this motherfucking planet. But for some reason, you think you have the right to use weapons of mass destruction to strong arm your way into monopolizing the world. Like, come on, man. Come on. So regardless of what they tell you on the news, you have to read through what the hell is going on. You got to read through the lines. You gotta read through all the bullshit, all the smoke, all the mirrors and shit like that. And you gotta see exactly what's going on. So these people, these Palestinians ain't losing. You think they want to lose their life for no fucking reason? They know they're outmanned. They know they're outgunned. They know the United States is backing Israel. They already know. But guess what? They'd rather die than to continue to be treated like slaves, than to continue to be misused, than to continue to be abused, than to continue to allow another race of people who don't even belong there in the first place to take over the land that they were naturally inhabiting before World War I and World War II. Us as a human race, we have so far to go. We have so far to go we have so far to go as far as consciousness, as far as understanding what this whole shit is about. The suffering, the pain, the agony is going to continue until we realize we're in this together. I don't give a damn what color you are. We're in this together. And the people that have been abusing their powers for all these years, the Caucasians, the Europeans, you guys have some making up to do. You have some apologizing to do. You have some redistribution of wealth, redistribution of land. You have a lot of shit to do. If you don't, it's gonna come back and bite you in the ass. Everything is gonna crumble. So your nice little United States of America and Great Britain and all of these European countries, trust me, your time is coming. If you don't do right for all the wrong that you have done, your time is coming. So, no one can dodge karma. But, my prayers go out to all the people who have been affected by this war, and all the people, my prayers goes out, man, because this is ridiculous. I mean, come on, man. Like y'all, like we gotta understand, like, it's so simple. This, like, God, it's not complicated. All of us is here. All of us is here right now. Whether you're white, black, green, brown, we all here. We all have to coexist. Whether you want to or not, you have to do it. And until you understand it, until we learn that wholeheartedly, we're going to continue to have a miserable world with a lot of chaos and violence. Little kids being killed, bombs being dropped on little kids' heads. Barely even have the time to enjoy their life, and a fucking bomb is being dropped on their fucking head. All over some fucking egotistical leaders who swear they know what's best for the entire world. But, that's my little rant. I ain't gonna go too far into this because I really don't know too much about it. I'm not immersed in that history. That's just a little bit that I got from, the news or whatever, and put my little own opinion on it of what's going on. Pretty much the Palestinians was the United States and the powers that be pretty much did a fucking mass gentrification in Israel and got rid of the Palestinians and brought in these so-called Jews to inhabit the Holy Land. Okay? Same shit that goes on all over the world. Same shit that the European countries do to the black and brown countries all over the world. Same shit that happens in the hoods and the ghettos in the United States. They take away the jobs, they take away the opportunities, they take away, everything from these black and brown communities. The property values goes down, the drug rate goes up, the violence goes up because there's no opportunities, there's no real equality. And then they come back and start building up these massive fucking compounds and duplexes and and condos and that they know these people can't afford, the property value goes up, and now your grandma that brought her house back in 86 got to move out because she can't afford her fucking property tax. That's the same shit the same shit. Instead, but now, but anyway, like I said, I'm done with the rant. That's a quick little rant from me. If you watched this episode, I appreciate you watching another episode of Narrowminded. You already know who it is. It's your boy Reggie with the light, where I come to give you inspiration, motivation, encouragement, empowerment, and a whole bunch of light. Thank you for watching another episode of Narrowminded. I'm out.